welcome to the Monkeycast. Today I'm Iran and we have our co-hosts Tomas and Ethan, and today we'll
Yo.
be discussing the topic peace, justice, and fair institutions.
In the Philippines. This is
Yes.
gonna be an interesting one.
So let's start off with the elephant in the room. Corruption in the Philippines is rampant.
Yes, it is
Completely.
So
very much.
I'd like to address one of the most recent examples of this, which is the reign of the Marcos.
Mm.
So basically, they were able to get money from the government that they actually got a Guinness record. Most money stolen from a government. And,
Is that true?
and yet, I'm finding that they're still being idolized. And yes, it's true.
Oh,
And
wait.
well,
Um,
Wait for it. Let
so
me
an
see.
issue that I'm finding with the Philippine courts is that money seems to be a very easy seems to be a very easy way to get out of convictions. Very
Yeah.
easy way to get out of crimes, and that's just not right.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's a
um,
real thing. I didn't
another.
know that.
Let's
Whoa. But
let
yeah,
let's
like I
talk
mentioned,
about.
like I mentioned a few episodes ago, the whole PhilHealth thing where they held $60 billion. I mean pesos or something like that.
This
Yeah.
Yes,
also links to corruption.
Another
yes, and
thing.
that's what I wanted to address with this. So what I've been noticing in the Philippine government is that corruption, nepotism, and and general embezzling of funds rampant. So aside from just PhilHealth, something else I know is related to the pandemic would also be Formally. Formally was a firm that the Philippines contracted to acquire medical supplies, right? What they did is they gave them a lot of funds. Well, they never delivered. And the owner of the company was a personal advisor of the president, and but he is going on trial right now. So we're going to see how that plays out. But I'm just finding it's a gross misuse of powers. That's with this level of misappropriation of funds, it really feels like they should be convicted.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's talk
And
about
wait.
another big. Yeah,
And it's not just the government either. Even like
yeah.
big corporations, like a few. I forgot when it closed down, but APS-CBN, like apparently they were like avoiding taxes, tax fraud, a bunch, and they were monopolizing like the news and the entertainment industry in the Philippines. So
It is true, but other of national syndication, which a lot of people find to be censorship.
Hmm.
So it's really a subjective issue in this. Um, so what exactly are your thoughts on the ABS-CBN shutdown?
so
Actually, I don't. I haven't really followed it that much. I
I
even.
I know everyone in my family is super for it, but don't really have anything to say about it, to be
Yeah,
honest.
don't follow. Um, Actually, another big elephant in the room was actually, which is very recent as well, is the war on drugs carried out by President Duterte.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that
So
was the thing.
I'm finding this again quite a hot question, but an issue, and there's a lot of opinions on this. Some people think, oh, it's beneficial. It improved crime, improve all these things, but the extrajudicial
Yep,
killings this caused, or I don't. This, despite the apparent benefit it's had, I just don't
and the
really
denial of
care.
police involvement, and then there's also the question of whether creating order through fear is the right way to go. I mean, it might work out, but it certainly hasn't like it's caused a lot of controversy. Like, mm,
Yeah, the justification is that they're bad people, but they have a they have a chance to like
mm,
rehabilitate. Is that a word? Rehabilitate. That's what I meant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
I
think that
mean,
misappropriation.
some of them were bad people, like under the influence of drugs, they like killed people or they raped people or things like that. But others, they
like
just
war on drugs led to the deaths of over 12,000 Filipinos to date, mostly urban for at least 2,555 of the killings have been attributed to the Philippine National Police. That's that's not that's less than it's like 10%. Wait, no, that's like 1/12. That's not even like a third of all of these deaths. Extrajudicial killings.
So yeah, I really do think that we need to find a way to rectify this. But again, as I've mentioned in the previous episode, the Philippines just doesn't have the resources. We just don't have the time, especially during COVID. We can't just conduct a full audit of the government. It's just not realistic to happen.
Yeah,
But
it's not possible even. Like,
yeah,
yeah. I
but
just I feel like everyone
another
that
issue.
gets into government just like gets corrupted somehow. Sadly, and
I think
it
that
goes
another
for like
issue.
all governments actually.
Yeah, I think that another issue about this would probably be nepotism, because especially with the case of Let me give you an example. I'm not naming names, but the congressman of Carino has been congressman for I think over 20 years, and then when he retired, became the he shifted it to his son, and his son is was congressman until he suddenly became governor of the province, and I'm finding this to be a example of nepotism.
do you have
Yeah.
any other examples actually? I know there are. Where do you think the root how did this all start, do you think? It's kinda hard to figure out because it's so widespread throughout the government now. All this corruption and nepotism and bribery and
Yeah. I don't know when it
So
started. 'Cause,
to
like,
be honest, I really don't see a possible solution for this, and spreading awareness won't help because I guess the only way to really make a difference
yeah, I feel like
is to vote.
everyone knows. Yeah, everyone knows.
yeah.
It's an
Um
open topic. It's not like we can suddenly fix it. It's just not how this
y-
works.
yeah, you have to it require nothing short of well, first of all, like an audit of the government from the well, that would be helpful, but I'm not sure if that's possible. But like a, I guess overhaul of not of all or like how do I say this? Like replacing all of the going through all of no an audit of the government, yeah, and replace and like weeding out all corruption from the ground up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess removing corrupt officials and all that, but is it even possible given the current state of the Philippines?
It's not just the Philippines.
Maybe.
Like we keep saying, it's not just our specific example. It goes for a lot of different countries and places and people. You know,
It's
I
a
re-
whole thing,
throughout the world.
a web, I guess.
yeah. So it really is a really big thing for me. I just feel like we may not be able to make many differences, but
I
what
mean,
differences we can make,
we'll
I
try
guess
to
we can make
make,
through voting.
yeah.
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 But then another problem with this one is I found is that politics in the Philippines are also based on personality. Like they don't vote based on policies. They don't vote based on
Yeah,
people are meant to base on. They vote on oh, he looks nice. Oh,
Oh my
he
god.
looks kind. Oh,
That's
he died. It's basically become like the Philippines getting elected in the Philippines is basically just dancing in circus. It,
that's actually
and this
true.
may be our most this may this may be our most unoptimistic episode, but it's the truth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unoptimistic, political,
Um,
etc. Yeah.
and like base voting based on like appearances and looks and personality will make it really hard for a complete like rework or like overall like government members who are corrupt because and like it would be really hard to educate the this kind of links into quality education as well, but it would be really hard to educate like mass educate the Philippine public given the current on like all of these like political matters given the current state of education in the Philippines.
Yeah. I actually have an anecdote
So
about the voting on appearances thing. Like, I remember a few years ago, maybe it was 2016. Actually no, I think the story happened in 2016, but I was told about it way later. So my dad and mom went out to vote locally, right, for like a congressman or something, or like a local official. And my dad told my mom to vote for the guy who was Chinese. Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. My
Yeah, that's
mom
what
my
I'm
mom
saying.
didn't
Like
know
if you're
anything.
the everyman, if people can relate with you, if they can trust you, yeah. If people know you, if they can trust you, then you're most likely going to be
Going to
elected, and that's
Despite your
yes.
policies or promises or
Like
actual
an
motives.
example of this is I don't want to be I don't intend to be toxic about this, but Manny Pacquiao he's publicly stated many times that no, he didn't go to college, no, he didn't finish high
and
school. The fact that he's running for president,
and will
it contradicts all of these
and that's
things.
and what's more shocking is that he'll likely get a lot of like votes and support simply because he's Manny
Yes,
Pacquiao.
simply because he's a boxer, simply because he's simply because he's
But
strong.
Yeah, but I
I
mean,
yeah,
just feel like
another reason is because of I
granted,
guess he represents the people because he came from the bottom. You know, he represents the people.
yes,
yeah, in some way, yes, but a lack of like
and
proper education is definitely not helpful to running a country and a government.
yes, and although he is a public figure, although people can relate to him, I just think that making him him the president of a country with 100 million people in it may not be warranted.
Yes,
Mm.
exactly.
And something else I
He
find
already
not to be
got made
warranted is making the son of a former dictator, making the son of a former dictator able to run for president, even though it's been clearly proven that he has done a lot of things that aren't good. Like he's involved in the Cambridge Analytica scandal at one point, where it was found that he was manipulating the media in,
uh
in
an arg
preparation
an
for
argument I heard.
potential.
Okay, so from what I know, there are two main candidates, right? So it's Bongbong Marcos and Leni Robredo. Those are the two main ones, right?
Yes.
So
Oh, but
I
there's
just wanna
also
say
something.
the two arguments I've heard. I mean, uh, okay, so these are just ones in my family and I've heard online, right? Uh, so an argument for Marcos is that the sins of the father cannot be the sins of the son. So like,
But sense of the sun still exists. With
yeah,
media
Yeah,
manipulation, all of these things, it just won't.
yeah, and then
So that's the problem I'm having.
yeah, and then an
And
argument against Leni Robredo is that she's just going to be a puppet for like the UN or the US because she was the one who reported on the drug war or something to the UN, and then people got mad at her. So they're saying,
Yes, it is indeed true.
yeah. So
So I don't want to end this on an overly negative note, but
yeah, or an overly
It's
what
political note.
kind of hard.
what you can
Like,
do to influence this is vote.
vote,
If
but
you are of
vote
age,
not based on,
based on,
um,
don't vote based on personality. Don't vote based on all of these things. You vote based on the policies. You vote based on what you think is going to improve the country.
like actually take a take some time to like research your candidate, please.
Yeah, I'm not overly
And maybe
political. I,
the
I don't
and
want to
maybe
be political, and I'm not political, but I just want to say vote because
yeah, neither am I. Like I don't really follow politics too
yeah,
much, but still, actually, maybe that goes for the government. Or like I don't know, maybe policy can be changed in the future to actually have people research, look into candidates before letting them run for positions of power. Like
Yeah.
um,
Guess with
but
that,
yeah.
yeah, I guess we should end this. Thanks for listening.
So thanks for listening. Subscribe to Monkeycast official on YouTube and on Twitch, I guess. And see you next
Cast
time.
official on Twitch,
yeah.
Monkeycast official on YouTube.
Sorry for making this so
See you next time.
political and like negative, but it's just our thoughts.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.